in. Today, actress Catherine Zeta-Jones and the incredible Ricky Martin. Plus, Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o. And Philip Phillips sings his new hit song, Dance With Me. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
It's Wednesday, March 28th, 2018.
Wait, before you do anything, I have instructions that it will melt, so I want to get to it right away.
Okay? What will melt?
It will melt. Today is something they call National Something on a Stick Day, and so I'm guessing we have plenty of things here on a stick. This is to celebrate anything that's put on a stick.
Nope.
Well, nope. I'm a savory guy more than a sweet guy.
Yeah, nope.
But take a look at this.
Yep, nope, nope, nope.
What's for dinner? Things on a stick, right? Yep.
Yeah, the only way to really enjoy a corn dog is like from a fair. Right. You know what I mean? You have
These
to
are
be
from
at
the
a
fair.
They're not from the fair.
Yeah, from like a month ago.
I can tell. I can tell the way they're collapsing onto
Look
the
at that. That's a
fair dog.
That is a last year's fair dog.
That's
right
not
there.
That's not even an off-the-street dog. That's a dog from the microwave.
That was microwave.
That's a microwave
Right
dog.
out of the fryer is really crunchier.
Yeah.
Everything with this stick needs a stay. Which would you like to
I would like to taste none of them. But there's so many options.
Come on.
That will hurt my teeth.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess I'll just take a lick of this because this. I want it now, Daddy.
And scene.
It's good. It's good.
Is it good? Oh, I'm gonna taste mine. What?
Oh. Your lollipop is half full. I want that one too, Daddy.
The story of my life, right here in a lollipop. I mean, come on, can't we even buy a lollipop that's not cracked?
The heat from the corn dog.
The heat from the corn dog didn't.
You know what's so funny is there's like a whole article in the newspaper about salty versus sweet. Like, when it comes to snack cravings, global consumers are 58% prefer salty, which I prefer salty.
Me too.
42% prefer sweet. 42%. I would normally pick anything salty, but I don't like my salty option on this tray. I really don't like my salty option, so I'm going to stick with sweet.
I, too, prefer something salty over something sweet. But then, remember a few years ago, late at night, they got together.
Oh.
Salty and sweet, and they made salted caramel ice cream babies.
And chocolate-covered pretzels and potato chips.
Chocolate-covered pretzels make my body collapse. They're so good.
Have you ever dipped pretzels in ice cream just for S's and giggles?
I'm going to tell you a story.
Tell me a story, Ryan. You know I like your story.
So, Connie and Gary Seacrest, they grew up in Pennsylvania. Small town, just north of the Maryland border. Big fan of Connie?
Big fan. Big fan.
And Greencastle was the town my father was from. Chambersburg, my mother. They met at school. They live happily ever after. They're still married. One of my mom's favorite places to go, where my father would take her on a date, was a place that served soft serve ice cream. And their signature was soft serve ice cream in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania in a pretzel cone. I didn't understand at the time. My tongue knew nothing about salt and sweet, but I realized that it was a good marriage. And then about 100 years later, it's come
Yes.
It's come in the form of other things.
Do you see this? This is amazing. This so you know, there's lots of emojis, right? Yeah. I can never find the one I'm always looking for. No matter what emoji I'm looking for. How many times do I send you the wrong emoji?
I get it. She says something very clever, and then a dinosaur. And I'm like, what is the dinosaur? Oh, I don't get it, maybe.
No, it's not even that. It's that I'm texting and walking, and I don't have my glasses on, and I'm like, dancing girl. And I'm like, no, wait, that's not the dancing girl. I always wind up sending the dinosaur because it's the biggest thing. So it's what I can see and what I send. Anyway, so now they've got this, they've got the lobster emoji. See the lobster emoji? Yeah. Well, guess what? People, there was an outcry. You know, people get very upset lately about everything. They're up, they're up in claws because they say the emoji was not anatomically correct. The lobster emoji needed 8 legs instead of, I mean, the lobster needed 10 legs instead of 8 legs. Here's my whole thing. We can clearly see, and I don't want to trigger people, but both of these lobsters are cooked. So it doesn't really matter, does it? We're like splitting hairs over a dead lobster. They're like, he's missing 2 of his legs. I'm like, he doesn't know the difference. Right? He's cooked. When they're red, they're cooked, right? Okay, so think about that.
I see both of these and think to myself, I really just go to that restaurant for the biscuits. They're so good.
They're so good.
This is a cover-up. I want the biscuits.
Yeah. So good.
So we had the salty versus sweet debate. What about the cell phone versus landline debate? There's an article I pulled out that I saw about...
Is there a debate about it?
More people than ever, over 50% of households in America are just using their cell phones. They are not using their landlines anymore. They don't even have a landline, a lot of them.
I have a landline.
And do you know the number?
Yeah, I sure do.
Do you call it?
No, but you never know.
Hey, I wonder if I'm there.
Hey.
But you give it out to the kids in case there's a
I mean, you know, the school needs a landline. I mean, just in case. I need a landline. I also have a hard line, too, just in case. Because
what's the difference in a hard line and a landline?
Remember, like the actual phone, because...
Oh, you mean a plug-in?
Not a plug-in, not a wireless.
Oh, a cordless versus a cord.
During the great blackout of 2003, we all learned the hard way that our cordless phones were as useless as our cell phones during that blackout. We needed a phone to plug in.
Well, sometimes when I'm on the cell phone at my place here, it's a bad connection, and I will say, hey, sorry, let me call you back from the landline. And then I realize I don't have a landline.
So you don't have a landline?
So we don't have there's something in there, but I don't think I've ever used it. I don't know the number. I prefer actually not to talk. I prefer just to text.
Yeah. Have you ever pretended you couldn't hear somebody on the phone?
Oh yeah. You're breaking up.
No. I mean, I've you know how it comes up unknown, and I'm like,
you're gonna go for it. You're gonna take the risk.
I don't want to answer it because what if it's said person who I always dread talking to, and then I'm like, but what if it's my mom, and what if it's an emergency, right?
Yeah, it's not always.
That always like overrules
you have
my
to go
instinct.
for it, right?
So then I'm like, hello, and I hear the voice, and then I'm like, hello, and said person is going, Kelly, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm like, hello? I'm like, I don't know. And then I'll say, I don't know. I guess there's nobody there.
Gentlemen, is that true?
Does that make me a bad?
Yeah.
Does that make me a bad?
It's like 4 times. I thought you really couldn't hear me.
No, does that make me a bad person?
No, not at all.
It does?
Oh, yeah.
It does, right?
Well,
I'm pretty sure that makes me a bad person.
No, it does not. It makes you an honest person. It makes you an honest person.
It makes me a dishonest person. And actually, but I'm honestly confessing to you, the audience. So if you confess to the audience, that's like redeeming yourself.
Okay. You're all good.
Right?
You're all good, yeah.
Anyway.
We all do it. And we also, Kelly, all sometimes lie about the geography. Hey, I'm going through the tunnel. Not going through the tunnel.
Right.
In LA, you say, I'm going over the hill, which is a mountain.
People are always, anytime I talk to anybody in LA,
They're going over the hill.
They're always going through the canyon.
Through the canyon and over the hill.
I'm going
they're
through the
not.
canyon.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not, right?
Well, most of us aren't, because the canyon's only one two-way street. There's a lot of people.
Have we all lied about that, the phone?
Please, let's all...
Okay. Oh, okay. We have the honest audience today. Right. That's right.
Here, all right, want a corn dog?
No.
Okay.
They're delicious.
Yeah, they're great. They're from B Lunch at the high school.
Would you like a mildly used lollipop? It does have a nice flavor. It's like zesty citrus.
Too many flavors happening for me. We've got a big show for you today. On the show, Catherine Zeta-Jones is here.
And Ricky Martin is here.
Ricky Martin.
Yes.
Also, we have a performance by American Idol, Philip Phillips.
Why did you do that like it was a forensics project? Like you were afraid to leave your fingerprints on my stick.
I thought it would be rude of me to, with my bare hands, pick up your used lollipop, so I used my sash, my pashmina.
That's so funny. Also, here is Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o.
And
that made me laugh.
And right now, it's time for Snow Way Travel Trivia. Here we go. Oh, there he is, Tanner Hornick from Newkirk, Oklahoma. What's up, brother?
You're a real cowboy. They say you're a real cowboy.
Yes, ma'am.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. You're our first real cowboy trivia dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the city?
Yes, this is first time.
Yeah, what do you think so far?
What?
What do you think so far?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't live here.
You couldn't live here? Why not?
It is not my lifestyle.
I bet you could do it. I bet you could do it. Give us a week. Give us a week.
No, ma'am.
Can you tell me your name once more? I didn't hear the
Tanner Hornick.
Tanner Hornick.
Tanner.
That's a good cowboy name.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
like
to.
Your parents were like, and this child shall be our cowboy child, right? Is it a family business?
Yes, ma'am.
So cool. Well, welcome.
We've been there for 100 years.
No kidding.
Well, Tanner, for 100 years, you look great, my brother. Keep it up. We're going to call Ann from Belton, Texas right now and see if Ann is watching to win a little prize. All right.
Do you remember that song, I Want to Be a Cowboy? Remember?
And you can be my cowgirl.
It's from like the 80s.
Please leave them.
Can we leave a message for Ann?
Yeah, let's keep it on.
All right, let's call June from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Nobody's home, Gelman, today.
Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good about June? Are we feeling good about June? June is there. She's waiting for this call, Kelly.
I want to be a cowboy.
I had a roommate named Tanner once. Yeah. Tanner and Louie. Yeah. Tanner, Louie, and me. Bad days.
Hello?
Hi, is June there?
Speaking.
Hi, June. It's Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa. You are on the air with us right now. Good morning.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, June. June, we were so concerned. You sounded so furious that we woke you.
I almost didn't want to say it was us.
I know.
What are you up to this morning, June?
Just getting ready to get dressed and leave the house and do some running around.
Well, we have some good news for you.
Yeah, we're going to spin the wheel and see what you're playing for.
Oh, yes, June. Look at this.
the Veranda Resort and Spa in Antigua. 7 days, 6 nights, all inclusive. This trip is provided in part by Priceline. It's a prize valued at $7,400. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. June, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, June, here we go. We've had Black Panther star Letitia Wright on the show. In what country did Letitia say she was born? Country.
Africa. Africa?
Country.
Oh.
You've got 10 seconds.
I can't remember.
Think about it. You want to make a
Kenya?
guess? No.
Can't.
It's Guyana.
It's Guyana.
Guyana.
Listen, you're not going to walk away empty-handed. You and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a $500 appliance package from Cuisinart. So please pick a number between 1 and 191.
Let's do 67.
You said it. You said it.
You did.
She said I want it to be me. You willed that to happen. That was so funny. Amazing.
That was good.
Hey, June, we love you. Thanks so much for watching us. You have a great day.
Love you too. You have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Coming up
June.
next, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Guest is a multi-award-winning superstar. Off stage, on screen, television, you name it, she does it. Please welcome back to the show the always stunning Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Nice to see
Wow,
you.
what a crowd.
Okay. I just watched you elegantly saunter out here in this gorgeous dress, and I understand from a good authority that part of your diet is that you eat ice cream every day.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is. It is, but I'm not talking about Sundays this size.
Right.
Even if it's just a few scoops, it's my treat for being a good girl.
Right.
You know, I reward myself with good. If I've been good, I get 3 scoops.
3 scoops. So is that like a half a pint, a pint? Like, I want to know.
Depends how good I've been.
How good you are. Right.
No, but I'm an ice cream fan and a gummy bear fanatic. But
No kidding.
yeah, I'm gummy bears. I know. But I do.
We're going on the
No,
ice cream
let me
and
tell you
gummy bear
something.
diet.
No, when I get to my really senior years,
Yeah.
I'm not. That's all I'm going to eat.
That's it.
That's it. Forget it. It's like,
Right.
Because I only eat real food so I can get to the dessert.
Right. Well, you can keep gummy bears right beside the bed in a drawer. That's
That is true.
a trick at our house. They're right
I hide
there.
mine from my children because they like them too.
Yeah.
And when I really want one, it's like, who's taking the last gummy bear packet? So I have a stash.
That's so smart.
Don't tell
I'm not
Americans
getting those
this.
little monkeys.
Congratulations. There's a new Douglas baby in the
I
family.
know.
Oh, great.
I
That's
know.
exciting. Look at that.
What a dog.
Lua Izzy Douglas. Yeah, I'm a step-grandmother.
Oh, my God.
And my name is Zizi.
Oh, Zizi. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very important.
and then Michael is Bubba.
Bubba.
Figure, I don't know where
That's
that came
cute.
But and then Kirk is Pappy. My father, you know, so we've all got like, you know, funny, quirky little names. So
I
Zizi's
like Zizi.
mine, and
Zizi's
I like it.
good.
I like it. Do you know that Susan Sarandon told me that her granddaughter calls her Honey?
Honey.
I love that.
That's cute,
Honey,
too.
can I get some milk, honey? I love that.
That's really
anyway, I'm
sweet.
Zizi, but she came out perfect, and it's just a joy, as any new baby is.
Oh, so nice.
Listening about the family, I feel like you're so global. Like I feel like you live in 6 different countries and travel all over the world. But you were traveling recently.
Yeah,
to-
we do love to travel, and as a family, and we just had this last holiday, a big tick on the bucket list. We went to India, which is a country that I've always wanted to go to, Cambodia and Thailand. And our kids, we were all like, we're not really beach people. I mean, we're sporty, but we're not lying on beach. So the knowledge that we just had, and traveling with my kids, who are, I know they're mine, but they're so much fun to hang with. We had the best time.
Did you have a favorite place? Like, was there one place that you said,
Well, I think
we have to return?
India for me has always been on my bucket list, and history-wise, you know, my son and my daughter, we're all history buffs. I think India is a huge country, and I just touched the north, but I just had that feeling that I've been here before.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I just can't wait to explore it, and it's just so vast, and there's so much to talk about. But I really, when I went to see the Taj Mahal, and I had the same feeling when I first saw the New York City skyline, because I'd only ever seen it in movies, only ever read about it in books. In my own head, I had stories about what New York was, and I remember when I came over and I saw the skyline, I just kind of spontaneously burst into tears. And when I saw the Taj Mahal, I did the same thing, because first of all, the story of the Taj Mahal is all about love.
Yeah.
The man made it as a symbol of love for his wife who died in childbirth.
Yeah.
And so the whole symbol of it being just a, you know, this magical place, but the root was love. I just bawled like a baby. Me and 100,000 other people who were standing in front. But I didn't care. It was one of those...
You sound like somebody else I know.
I know.
It's the way I felt when I saw her apartment after Mark did the interior design. We'll come back right after this with Catherine Zeta-Jones playing a crime boss, real-life crime boss. Right back.
Yeah.
Does he find it?
No.
This is a fascinating story. I know this story because I remember watching the documentary so many years ago.
Yes, the Cocaine Cowboys was the documentary, and what it was about, the documentary, as you know, was about, you know, what happened when Miami became the center of this industry. And basically the money that was coming in there and the supply and demand, it was crazy. And all these guys, these really dark, bad guys, some of them out of jail, some of them still in, never coming out. We're talking about this woman, Griselda Blanco. And when they talked about her, they revered her, they feared her, they admired her, they hated her. I mean, there was all these, and it was like, who?
Well, she was ruthless, right?
She was ruthless, and she was the queen of the kingpins in that world, in that very dark, dangerous world. For so many years, she ran it. Pablo Escobar worked with her, for her.
They were partners.
Partners.
And she's no longer alive.
No, she was assassinated after eventually going to jail, getting off on a technicality after 10 years, getting out, deported to Colombia, and then, ironically, she created the drive-by shooting, and she left us by that way. But it's this woman, for me as an actor, to get into the skin of this woman who is completely polar opposite to everything I believe in morally.
Right.
She's like, there's no redeeming quality. I didn't want to make our audience like her or be sympathetic to her or understand why she became like that, because there were so many people from Medellin, Colombia, who lived the very hard life that she had that didn't become this woman. And so it was just so inspirational and liberating for me to get under that
It's also
skin.
fascinating to watch a true story unfold in something like this.
Yeah, I mean, this woman, I mean, she must have a sick sense of humor. She named her son Michael Corleone because she loved The Godfather
Is
so
that
much.
true?
It's true. It's true. And there's Michael Corleone with Griselda. Wow. And then, you know, she when I watched the movie back, it's like, I can't believe that I kind of wanted to get away with it. It's like a bizarre thing. And the woman being in the man's
Well, because you're
world,
playing it from her point of view.
I'm playing it from her point of view. And I think that her whole life was a movie. I mean, to call your son Michael Corleone. But she was like the movie star playing the lead role in the movie in her head. And she was controlling the script. And she was she was the puppeteer of everything that was going on. So that was my note to myself every time I was doing a scene, is that it's her own world, and it's crazy stuff happens
now it is
in it.
a movie.
Yeah, it is.
You can actually check it out. Griselda Blanco story on Lifetime.
Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. Calm down.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
They're going crazy
They're going
already.
nuts.
Here comes one of the biggest music stars on planet Earth. Please welcome the one and only Ricky Martin.
beautiful. Thanks for having me. So cool, so cool.
I get excited every time you walk out because I get excited for the audience because I know it's going to be.
I get excited. I get excited. It feels good. Thank you so much for everything. Like always, the studio has something, you know.
I know it's special.
It's got Kelly Ripa.
It also has Kelly. I'd say it's you. Thank you for you today. So listen, you and Ryan have something very special in common. You share a birthday. You're both.
That's true.
Christmas
and we've
Eve.
talked about this before. And the thing is that I know a lot of people from Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But not the 24th. I was born the 24th, which is one of those things.
I remember not as a kid, but I remember before I had a job in television watching the Entertainment Tonight birthdays. Yeah. And it was always Ricky Martin. I was like, I have a birthday too. And it motivated me to get it on TV so I could be on the ET birthday with you.
So now they say
cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's Ricky and Ryan. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, man. I have something to do with his success.
He envisioned it. You were part of his vision board. That's important, right?
Yeah, of course. That's really cool.
So you just exchanged vows recently, right?
I'm very happy.
Congratulations.
Wow. We've been together, but I'm like, where's my wedding? I want a party.
No, is there
I want a 3-day party,
yes.
And we have to do it this year. That is happening for sure.
So you're planning it? You're in the planning stages?
See, that's when I get nervous.
Why?
The wedding planning is crazy.
We can help. We're so much fun at a party.
Right? I would love to have you there.
We will. I mean, we will come.
I would love to have you there.
You know me,
but to have a fun, not to organize it.
I dance. Well, I can help organize.
No. That's crazy. No, you come and you have fun with us.
Have you thought about the size? Will you do a big one, a small one?
Yes, I would like to have I would like to have a important celebration. I think it would be beautiful to bring our friends and family together, and it's a modern family being together. Crazy. Let's make it loud for everybody to hear and see that this is beautiful. Love is love, and love is normal, and it's beautiful. That's what I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will the twins have like any say? Will they have like? Will the twins say like we think about a bouncy castle?
I'm sure they have a saying.
Yeah,
because they do have a saying in everything everything in our lives. Even when I'm on stage, they say, "Dad, last night was better. Tonight,
No,
is that right? What? And how old are they?
They're 9 years old. They're 9 years old.
Gosh, that went fast.
They're beautiful boys, and they're very
so
special.
Fast.
Yeah, I was buying diapers one day, and now they're getting trophies in karate.
No kidding.
Is that what they're into?
I'm not kidding. They love trophies. They love trophies. They love karate.
Yeah.
And they fight to get those trophies, and I'm really happy, very proud.
So they both do it?
Yes, they both do it, but on the last tournament, Valentino got a little sick of the stomach, and he said, no, today my brother is going to fight. He's going to compete. And Teo brought 2 trophies, really. Yeah. I'm very proud.
Good time.
His first tournament. Really cool.
Ricky, this new show everybody's talking about.
Assassination of Gianni Versace, American crime story. I remember it like it was yesterday when this happened.
Yep, me too.
You must remember it as well. I mean,
I was living in Miami.
No kidding.
I was in Europe at the time, but I do remember, and Miami was never the same.
Yeah.
It took a minute for Miami to recover and go back to what it was, because it was a heavy shock for all of us.
When you were there in Miami, did you see Gianni? Were you ever at the house?
Incredible. At the time, I had a campaign with Giorgio Armani, so I was a little bit of. I was invited to the house many times to different events. I never met him. And for some reason, I never went to the house either. So the first time I walked into this house was to shoot the series.
So you shot right there?
We shot in Miami in the house, and my first scene, hello, welcome to acting, action. It was me finding the body of Gianni on the floor right where it happened. Very emotional.
It must have felt haunting.
Very painful.
Yeah.
Yet super inspiring, because Ryan Murphy was directing the scene, and he just comes up with some amazing ideas. To be able to work with Edgar that same day, to work with Penelope for the first time as well.
Cruz, yeah.
Obviously, Darren Criss, because of the storyline, I don't work so much with him, but it was one of the most amazing experiences for me, and I'm very happy. I hope you enjoy it. There's a lot of glamour. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of parties. There's a lot of everything. You will see. It's incredible how they brought the era. 20 years ago, what Miami Beach was like, and now. I think it's a fascinating series.
Wow, I can't wait. We are so excited. So excited.
So excited.
I wish this movie didn't have to be made, but I'm excited to see it.
I agree.
You got to check it out. The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American crime story.
In one of the most anticipated superhero films, Black Panther, please welcome Lupita Nyong'o. We realize there's lots of celebrations going on, right? Isn't it Danai Gurira's birthday as well?
It is. Yes. Happy birthday, Danai! I love you!
We all love her. Did you celebrate already? Did you have a party?
Yeah, she had a party
There's
on
a photo
Monday.
right there.
Oh,
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
She had a big birthday party, and yeah, we had a great time together.
Did you go out in the city?
Yeah, we were in the city, and she threw a big party, and we got boogieing.
And you celebrate with her each year?
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Our birthdays are very close. So last year we were filming Black Panther, and so we were in Atlanta, and we had a joint birthday party. It was a Coming to America themed party.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just saw the picture. That's incredible.
She went as the bride, and I went, the bride-to-be, and I went as the lady in waiting.
And your birthday is when?
March 1st.
Oh my gosh,
Do you have
very
plans?
close.
I'm actually going to be with Danai on my birthday.
Okay. Well, let us know. Keep us posted. If there's a fun costume theme, we'll show it on the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went to Disneyland, I heard, for the first time?
Well, I mean, which one's Land and which one's World?
Oh, Land is in Anaheim, California, and World is in Orlando.
So I went to World.
I like that was a conversation just now. Which one's Land and which one's World?
Because it makes sense, because as a kid, I grew up on the East, like in Georgia, right? So it was only Disney World, and now on the West, it's always Disneyland.
Right.
And just the difference is Epcot Center's not at one of them.
Did you enjoy Disney World?
I did. I really did. I explored mainly Animal Kingdom.
Oh, it's very cool.
It's really cool. And my favorite ride was that Pandora ride. Is it Avatar? Oh, yes, that's it. And it's called Pandora.
Oh, yeah.
We were too short.
I haven't, we are always too short.
We got to the stick and they said next year.
We're never over the stick. That's really fun. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
You know, it's so funny because I mean, we did the show not too long ago in Disneyland, and that was my first time in Disneyland because you either grow up doing one or the other.
Right.
But they both seem very, I don't know, glamorous. I don't know. There's something about, like, Disney is like a glamour theme park to me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've only experienced them in my adult life, and I prefer, I mean, my mom had always wanted to take us, and we didn't actually get there when we were children. So I went to Disneyland first when I was working on Star Wars, and we went for D23 there.
I mean, that's the way to go.
Right?
When you're working for the company.
I'm pretty sure there's no better treatment than how you went.
Exactly.
Funnel cake when you do it like that. Black Panther, it's taking over the world. We're coming back and talking about it right after this.
Friday.
I just want to say that line once. I just want to come down the staircase in an emerald green dress and say, it depends on how quickly we finish the mission. I would have had so much fun saying that.
I had fun.
Yeah, I bet.
So how did you get involved? Did you read the script? Did they pitch it to you? And did you know it was going to be such a global takeover?
They don't show you a script.
They don't?
No, they don't. But it's top secret, and you get the script when you absolutely have to. But Ryan called me up and walked me through his idea for the movie about a year and a half before we shot it, and he walked me through it. And when he was done, I was like, wait. Okay, now tell me about the Marvel movie, because I was just like, this cannot be a Marvel movie.
Right.
It's so deep, it's so politically and socially aware of itself and awake. And then he was like, you know, this is the Marvel movie, and this is the film they've greenlit. And I was like, well, okay. I want to be a part of that because it sounded really special. You know, it's a superhero film, but it's one that is, although it's set in a fictitious African nation, it's like steeped in real social political issues that we're facing today, and it feels so relevant and just rigorous. But it doesn't compromise on the flyness either. You know,
on the Marvelness.
Yes, on the Marvelness. Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait. I really am so excited for this.